All right. So once you guys have the equation, nice one, Zayden. Zayden, fix your minus though. Okay, because it's increased by, so it's gonna be plus. All right. Nice one, Caesar. NSC. Good. So once you've written your equation, Emily, very good. Go ahead and solve it. Harlow, did you mean negative 21? Because I don't see the negative on the 21, my dear. So can you fix that for me? All right. Okay, I see Amaya and Jaden starting on their 13. Okay, good, good, good. All right. And then after that, once you've written the equation, go ahead and solve it. Victor Garcia, you need help, my dear? Where are you? Okay, let's get started with your 2n. So 2n, and then you're going to increase by 5. Victor, so increase means plus. All right. Okay, and I'm assuming you guys are solving right now on a piece of paper. Okay, so you can separate your equation from your answer by maybe placing a comma in between. So after negative 21, you place a comma, and then you write down whatever your letter is equal to. Okay, so again, if you're just joining us right now, we were saying the product of 13 and a certain number, let's say n or x, increased by 5 means plus 5, and then negative 21. Would anybody like to unmute himself or herself and help me how to solve this? Anybody?
Subtract 5.
Emily said subtract 5. That's great. Keep going, Emily. You want to continue, Emily?
And then you divide.
Okay, so let me add these two together. Then you said divide by 13. And what's your final answer, Emily?
2.
2. I'm going to put negative 2, honey, because it's negative divided by positive. Yay, good job. All right, if you guys um, need a little bit of help, Emily helped us and I wrote her solution on the screen. If you, it's okay, honey. Welcome. I am going to send you the link again. Give me 1 second. Uh-huh. My voice is kind of loud, huh? Okay. Before your class, I had to run to the living room and help my kiddo with what they're working on. So I was like all over the place today. Okay, here we go. If you just joined us right now, I copied and pasted the link again in the chat. Okay. All right. If it takes like a lot of time to write down the solution, then at least I want to see the equation and like whatever your variable is equal to. There you go. Okay. Yeah, because I think that's causing some of you to, you know, um, take some time. All right. Okay, so just make sure that you know how to get from your equation to your solution. Yeah. Next time I'll try to make a PDF copy so it's faster. It's not taking so much bandwidth in your computer. By the way, if you want to split your screen, you press Alt. I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time, but you press Alt on your Chromebook and the two brackets at the same time. So if you want to show zoom and then like the decimals at the same time so you can see what I'm writing, you press Alt and the two brackets simultaneously. And that will split your screen. Just adjust your sizes if needed. Okay. I just learned those shortcuts recently, so all right. I'm gonna clear the ink right now. I can see most of your answers are already written. Okay. Anthony, instead of writing 2 equal sign, can you put like x equal to on your negative 2 and maybe separate them with a comma? Emily, if you could share how you wrote it to the whole class, that would be good, and Cesar as well, so we can see some samples and how you wrote down the answer. And Shalia, if you can press share with the class on your screen, that would be nice. So we could model to them in case they don't see our Zoom screen right now. Samantha, share with the class, please. Cesar, Annecy, Alexa, Emily G, and Harlow. Oh, nice use of grouping symbols, Anthony. All right, that's cool. Okay, great. All right, and Samantha Vargas, please make sure you put an equal sign, honey. It's -2 equals n, not -2n, because it looks like they're being multiplied. Okay, 5 of you moved on to number 2. So, all right, let's move on to number 2. Okay, all right. So we can go back to that later on and finish um, or clean up the typos. All right, for now, let's move on to number 2. 5 times the difference. So when you see the word difference, it means it's subtraction, right? Okay, now the difference of what? The difference of a number and 6. A number and 6. All right, so first you have to represent this portion, the difference between a number and 6. So that should be together in one grouping symbol. So let's say x or n, however you want it, -6, right? We have to put that in parentheses, okay? And then you're getting 5 times of the whole thing. So 5 times the difference. It's not 5 times the number. So 5 times the difference, that means your 5 has to be outside your grouping symbol. Okay, if it says 5 times the number, then Edgar, Shalia, and Luis, your 5x um, is accepted. But if it's 5 times the difference, it means you have to put the expression inside the parentheses. So can we fix that a little bit? Look at how I wrote it on the screen. So you can, there you go, Emily. Uh-huh. So it's 5 times the difference, not 5 times a number. So that means the expression with the minus sign goes inside the parentheses, and then you put the 5 outside. Okay. All right, and that is equal to 65. There you go, Edgar. Nice. Okay, now I can see you guys are fixing it. Okay. Luis, before you continue solving, you wanna fix your equation, my dear. It's yeah, you wrote 6x plus 5. So let's think about it one more time. You got the difference of two things. Uh-huh. Okay, honey. It's okay. That's why we're doing this, so we can give feedback to each other, honey. All right. Um, okay, so x minus 6. All right. And let me know if you guys are not comfortable when I do that. I just discovered that I can click on this button over here, and it means it will assign like a pseudo name. If you don't want me to call you by your real names, if you're not comfortable yet, if I'm putting you on the spot, okay, just let me know. I could do that as well. All right. But please be aware that my intention is just to kind of give you feedback so I can help you um, learn as much as you can. I mean, it is challenging already to be in this one. Can you please resend the link for decimal? Sure. Give me 1 second. I will do that. Let's see, I'm even figuring out what's the best or the fastest way to do it. Okay. But I copy and paste right there. There you go, Fernando. I hope that works for you. All right. And I can see you guys started to solve. That's awesome. Okay. Kyle, you want to fix the -65, my dear? I'm pretty sure you meant to press equal sign, right? Mm-hmm. All right, great. Evelyn, if I may suggest, don't put like two equal sign to the left and to the right of 65. Although I know what you're trying um, to tell me, but maybe separate them with a comma. Yeah, would be nice. Nice, Louise. All right. Okay, and I can see Luis, you wanna share? You wanna click on share with the class? So we could see that. All right. Okay, everybody has an option to like share their responses with the class. Um, so it would be nice if you can take advantage of that as well. So we can model our solutions to our classmates. All right, I see like different answers over here. So maybe we need to go over it together. We distribute the 5 to x and 6. So we get 5x minus 30 is equal to 65. There you go. Okay. And Anna, would you like to share also with the class? Your equations are all correct. You guys want to share with the class so they could see? Because I cannot share your screen for you from my end. You guys have to click on that one. Okay. And that's fine. You write whatever answers you're getting. Okay. So they're all possible answers, remember? And we're just going to validate which one is the accurate among those possible answers. They could be the possible values of x, but if you plug them in, they don't make the equation right. So, oh, nice. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now this is negative 30. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 30 to the left-hand side and to the right-hand side. There you go. So we get 5x is equal to 95. There you go. And I can kind of see where the other answers are coming from. So if you subtracted 30 from 65, you're going to get 30, right? Okay, so and then maybe some of you thought that 5 times 7 is 30 or something like that, or 35 times 7 is 35. So you get 35 when you subtract. But remember, when you undo it from the left hand side, you're going to do the opposite. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Jeez. Okay, so you add 30 to the other side. So now you're going to divide 95 by 5. So x is equal to, okay, there's 1, 5, and 9. Okay, and then that's going to be x is equal to 19. There you go. All right. So I'll give you some wait time because I don't know if you're showing both the screens on your gadget right now. I'll give you some wait time. If I'm too slow for you, keep going, guys. You know where to go next. So I'm just making sure I'm able to help the rest of the class. All right. Keep going. Don't wait for me. Don't let me slow you down. Yeah. Okay, is there anybody in slide number 2 who needs a little bit of help before we move on? All right. Oh, nice one, Giselle. That's a nice way to show your work, honey. Good job. All right. Okay. All right. Hi, Bonnie. I would also appreciate if you can type in the equation for me. Thank you. Hi, Jaden. Make sure you don't forget to type in your value of x, okay? All right. Silly, let me know if you need help. All right, Shalia, don't forget your final answer. Okay, I'm gonna clear the ink in 5 seconds if you still need to look at it. All right. Now let's go to number 3. I only see 3 responses so far. 3 times the sum of. So it's not 3 times the number. So what we can do is to put these together in one grouping symbol first. Twice a number and 7. So twice means 2 times. A number is where your x is used, right? 2 times a number and 7. And then outside, you have to do 3 times that. There you go. All right, let me write that clearly over here. So 3 times the sum of twice a number, or 2 times the number, and 7 is equal to 39. Okay. All right. So I'll give you some time to work on that while I figure out who else I can help over here. Um, okay. Mhm. Okay. If I see you um stuck on a page, or you know, I will try to send you a message, or maybe you got logged out and you need to come back. Okay, just let me know. But sometimes it's faster if you could just unmute yourself and tell me, Miss, can you help me with number two? All right. Okay. So isn't the 39 um negative? Okay, give me one sec, honey. Let me double check. I probably missed out on that one. Oh yes, you're right. Thank you for correcting me. Uh-huh. Yes, Samantha, you're right. I was wrong. So put that negative on the 39. Thanks for catching that before we start to solve. Oops. What did I do? All right. Okay. Oh, sure, George. If that works for you, honey, that's fine. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. And then you could just type them up later. Is that your plan? Cool. All right. Yeah, and sometimes it makes your device work faster, right? Okay, so do whatever is best for you. Okay. And let me see how the others are writing their responses. Ah, okay. You want to show my students your duck? Yay! All right, now go back to your teacher. Come on, don't ditch your class. All right. Um, nice. Okay. I can see you guys are getting comfortable using that math keyboard right there. That's awesome. Okay, so I saw 3, -15, -10. Nice. Okay, let's see which one will make our equation work. Okay. I know Anna. She's in TK. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. We get oh, you know what? There's another way to do this. If some of you haven't tried this one, here's another cool trick. Instead of distributing, okay, if the 3 is multiplied to the whole grouping symbol, you can actually do that. Okay, and one student mentioned it earlier, like this morning. He said, "Oh, I could divide by 3 so I don't make my numbers smaller, and I don't make my numbers bigger. So if I don't have a calculator, that I could just reduce the 39 or something like that." Which is nice. That's a good trick. So you divide that. There you go. So 3 divided by 3, that's just 1. So now you end up with 2x plus 7. And then if you divide -39 by 3, that's -13, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so I could see where the student's line of thought was going. So he wanted to reduce the the numbers. So after this, we can subtract 7 from both sides. Uh-huh. I can I think I can see you changing some of your answers already. So -13 and 7, when you combine them, same sign, add the numbers. So -20. All right. Okay, so then you divide both sides by 2. Awesome. So you'll get x is equal to -10. There you go. All right. I'm going to give you some 5-second wait time to look at the screen if you haven't seen it. All right. Okay. And I can see some of you moved on to number 4. All right. I also left the other decimals last time open because I know some of you weren't able to finish it because of internet. So yeah, if you have time this weekend, um, finish that and let me know. Text me via remind so I can update your grade. Okay, let's keep going. So negative 10 is the answer to number 3. If you got it right, give yourself a pat in the back. If not, it's okay. All right, you got the right answer to a different question, so keep trying. Next. All right, so half of the difference. It didn't say half a number, so that means you will be using a grouping symbol again. So half, and then the difference of -5 and 3 times the number. Let me see how you will represent that before I write it down. Okay, because I don't want to be like the first one to show it. Nice use of fractions right there. Shalia, Samantha, Caesar, Jaden. Okay, I can sense that Victor is kind of stuck right now. Victor, if you're there, let me know. Let's see. Nice use of parentheses right there. Okay. And Jaden wrote x minus 5. Okay, yep, the -5 is correct, honey. And then it says 3 times a number. 3 times a number. So you're getting the difference of 5 and 3 times a number. Okay, so -5, and then the difference means minus. Okay, and if you're not sure what comes first, I strongly suggest just follow the order in which they are written in the sentence. So difference between -5, then you write -5 first. Then 3 times a number, 3 times a number. So 3, and then whatever variable you want to use. Okay, and then equals -13. There you go. All right. If you're typing, you can also write it as, let's see if I can, okay. Another way to type it is you go -5 minus 3x, and then you press the all over sign or divided by 2. They mean the same thing. There you go. All right. So if you're not comfortable with fractions, okay, because this might be confusing for you, you can write the problem in this way all over, because that gives you a signal that you have to cross multiply that to the -13, right? Okay, so you could do that. You cross multiply. Uh-huh. Um, okay, so if you cross multiply that, you'll have -5 minus 3x is equal to -26. So multiply these two over here, -26. Okay. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can also multiply here by 2, like this. You multiply by 2, and you also have to do it to the right. There you go. So whichever you're comfortable with, doesn't matter. Okay. So if you do this, the 2 and the 2 at the bottom will cancel out. So you'll be left with 1. And you'll get the same thing. -5 minus 3x is equal to -26. So either way, you can solve, and you can get the final answer. So let's add 5 here. Plus 5, plus 5. Is that what you guys did? So -3x is equal to, okay, different sign. So subtract, take the side of the bigger number. So that's going to be -21. And I can see a lot of you wrote 7, 7. Okay, 7, 7. Nice. So x is equal to, oh, what did I do? X is equal to +7. Great. Okay. Don't forget the sign in between -5 and 3x, Emily. Um, okay, nice show of work, Giselle. All right. Okay. All right. Bonnie, just be careful with your use of equal sign. There you go. Just maybe like put more space in between that. Oh, what did I do? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna clear the ink so we can move on. We got x is equal to 7, ladies and gentlemen. X is equal to 7. Nice show of equations, guys. Okay, and if you need help, just let me know so I can go to your screen and show you or give you help if you get stuck. Okay, let's just go to number 5. Are we there? Number 5. Okay, number 5. I see some of you still finishing up in 4. I don't know if Victor Garcia is still with us right now. Can I check very quick? Garcia. I know Emily's here. Okay, so Victor probably got kicked out. Okay. All right. 6 is 6 is a third. So usually is means equal sign, right? So 6 is equal to all right. Third. So 1/3. 1/3 of the sum. 1/3 of the sum. Okay. All right. 1/3 of.
Mommy,
Yes, my yeah.
Zoom.
Your Zoom is done.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Bye again.
They said bye again. All right, nice.
But
So sum of -8.
say bye.
Okay, be quiet, honey. Mommy's working. And twice a number. Twice a number. Here. Okay, see you later. Okay, so 1/3 of -8 plus twice a number. Okay. Nice one, Ricanel. You got it right. Great start, Javier and Zayden. Okay. Now let's see what you guys will do to eliminate the fraction. Okay, if you're not comfortable with the fraction, try to find a way to get rid of it right away. So if it's in the denominator,
put it in decimal form.
Awesome. You can divide and make it into a decimal form. That's great. That's one way. Thanks, Luis, for suggesting that. Or you can also multiply here by that same denominator, 3. So you can cancel them out like that. Because if you cancel it out, then you don't have to distribute it anymore. But you got to be fair. Whatever you do to the right, you have to do to the left. There you go. Okay. So then you will come up with 18 is equal to, since you cancel them, no more fraction. -8 plus 2x. Okay, I think you can take it from there. So what will be the value of x? What will be the value of x? And Giselle is done. All right. Okay, let me see. Let me scroll up. Keep going, Giselle. Don't wait for me, honey. Move on if you're done. Zayden got 13. Cool. All right. Nice. If you're still solving, verify if what Zayden and Giselle got is right. Okay. If you're done, move on to 6. I'll just wait a little bit longer until most of you have written down the correct answer. If you're still solving, go ahead. Don't rush. If you can solve only 2 out of 8 questions right, then at least you're getting it right compared to, you're solving 6 out of 8 wrong. Yeah? Okay. And some of the questions here are repetitive anyway, just so you can practice your skills on writing, translating them, and getting rid of the fraction. Okay. Mia, your phone is too loud. Can you lower it down? And go to the living room, please. Okay, I can see most of you have gotten the right answer. Okay. Nice. Nice show of work, Jaden. Okay. Just Alexa, just edit the typos later. I know you meant to write x equals 13. Uh-huh. Harlow, good job. All right. Okay, so now let's all move on to number 6. Number 6. This time it's an absolute value. And let me just do a little review on that one. Remember when we do case 1, is you copy it exactly, right? Without the bars. So drop the bars. You go 4x plus, oh, I said drop the bars, but I also wrote the bars. Okay. So 4x plus 1. You can also move the 3 over here if you guys want already. So plus 3 is equal to 20. So if you move the 3 over at the beginning, you will have 17. Nice, these are showing that. Okay, so you could also combine them here. 4x plus 4 is equal to 20. Nice use of subscripts, Giselle. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for you to work on. I'll stop right there. And then for case 2, you keep one side, right? I normally keep the left the same, and then you write the opposite of the right hand side. Of the RHS is right hand side. Okay. Or it could be the other way around. You write down the opposite of the left, and then you copy the right, however you want it. So I go 4x plus 1, right? Plus 3. And then I want to write down the opposite of the right hand side. So instead of positive 20, I write negative 20. Now, why do I select the right hand side for the opposite portion? Because normally it's the simpler expression. Sometimes it's even just the number like how it is now. So if that's the case, it's easier to write its opposite. Okay, so this will become 4 again. 4x plus 4 equals negative 20. So see, whatever I did here, I'm also doing it here on the red portion, except that the 20 now changed to negative. Okay, so now you have to subtract 4 from both sides. Okay. So we solve them in the same way. There you go. Subtract 4. Subtract 4. This is one of the topics that are normally answered wrong in the test because the students only get one answer. Okay, so remember, by default, absolute value equations have 2 answers all the time. But sometimes when we plug them in, some solutions are extraneous, meaning they do not make your equation work. Extraneous, okay? So if that's the case, then it may have one solution only or no solution at all. Okay, I saw Shalia wrote x equals 4. Victor has, oh, wait, no. Okay, negative 4, positive 4. Well, let's see. This one will be 4x equals 16. I can see where your positive 4s are coming from. There you go. But I just want to emphasize that if one is positive 4, then it doesn't automatically mean the other one is negative 4. They don't work that way. Okay? So if you solve here, you get 4x, these two will cancel, equals negative 24. Same sign, add. Same sign, add. Okay, so then you will get x is equal to negative 6. So see, they're not necessarily the same values. Okay, I'll give you some wait time on that. I didn't see um, a lot of correct answers on your screens for these two numbers. So I'll give you some wait time and ask questions and clarify if you have any. But while you're fixing your answers, let me summarize what we did. For absolute value, case 1 is you copy it down exactly without the bars. And case 2 is you choose which side you want to change to its opposite. So keep one side exactly the same and then copy the opposite of the other side. And then once you've done that, it's like you're solving equations again in the usual way. All right. Nope. A lot of you stopped with one answer. Nope, nope, nope. Go back, go back, go back. Please write down the answers that we got, both of them. Okay, you can separate them with a comma. You can say x equals 4, comma, x equals negative 6. Or it could be x equals 4, comma, negative 6. However you want it. It doesn't matter. Like the order does not matter. Okay. All right. Uh-huh. Nice use of subscripts, Giselle. Okay. And if you use subscripts, it doesn't matter which one is x1 or x2. Okay. All right. The next question is again on absolute value. So if we need to spend more time in that, that's fine. Because I can see a lot of you are not so confident in this one yet. Okay. Nice. All right. You guys are typing down both answers. Cool. All right. Nice, nice. Okay, that's a lot better than what I initially saw earlier. Okay, I'm going to clear the ink. I'll give you some 5-second wait time. If you want to take a picture of this one, you can do so because I'm going to clear it. Okay, then now let's move on. Let's go to number 7. 7. Okay, so remember, case 1, keep both sides. Case 2, keep one, change the other. Case 1, keep both sides same. Okay, drop the bars. So let me see how, oh, Giselle wrote it down nicely. 3x plus 1 is equal to 6x minus 23. Nice one. Very good, Giselle. And then case 2, keep one, change one. So keep one side, change one side. All right. So we can keep the left. Then we change the right to its opposite. So the 6x becomes negative, and the negative 23 becomes positive. Okay. I'll give you some time to kind of work on that. Giselle got one answer to be positive 8. So let's see how we can work on that. So Giselle subtracted 6x, and she got, okay, 1 minus 3x. So negative 3x plus 1, right? Because this is positive, is equal to negative 23. Because when you subtract 6x right there, that's negative, but the 1 doesn't change its sign. Okay, so then negative 3x. Now you have to subtract this one over here. Take away 1, and you get negative 24. So then you get your answer positive 8. That's great. Mhm. Okay. I don't see a lot of work on this slide. Maybe you guys are watching. Okay, that's fine. Let me know if I need to slow down and if I need to explain something a little bit more. Okay, so let's do this again. We have to add 6x here. You add 6x there. So that becomes 9x plus 1 equals, bring down that 23 right there. Okay, because they cancel. Now move this guy over here. Take away 1, take away 1, cancel again. You get 9x is equal to 22. There you go. That's why you see Javier wrote down 22 over 9, right? So if you divide both by 9, you will get x is equal to 22 over 9. All right. Okay, so your screens were kind of frozen earlier. So I assume that you guys were looking at how to do the solution. So now that you've seen both, you want to like revise your answers. Okay. And make sure that you type in the correct one. So when you're practicing later on or over the weekend for your test, then you know what answer to get. Okay. And remember, whatever we're practicing right now, it's going to be similar questions in your test next week. So if some of you don't have a Delta Math account yet, please reach out to me. I cannot help you guys if you don't text me or send me a message. But your test next week will be on Delta Math. Definitely those help videos won't show during the test. So make sure that you practice for it. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay, next. I can see most of you are done. Okay. So if you wrote only one answer, please go back and fix that later on. Let's move on to number 8. Nice one. Okay. I'm going to take a picture if you need it. I'm going to erase it in 5 seconds. All right. Now let's move on to this screen over here. This one was the lesson when we were, isolating specific variables, right? So let me copy down the equation over here. If you remember, we had a decimals also on this one. And it always asks you to, circle the variable that you want to get. All right, so let's do that. We want to get this. We want to get the x. So that means whatever it comes with, just leave it there for now. Ignore that. You have to focus on this number over here. You have to get rid of it. Okay? So you do the opposite. You take it away. There you go. You're going to minus this here as well. All right? Nice. How could you type fast, Giselle? You're faster than, than good job. Okay. So C minus 16. There. Equals. All right. And then they cancel out. So let's copy that. 8 over 13x. All right. So now we want to get by the x by itself. Oh, sorry. What do I do now? We have to get rid of this. So how do we get rid of it? We multiply by its reciprocal, right? So switch these two around and multiply by that. It's like cross multiplying, except that there's now a number on top of it. So it's still cross multiplying because the 13 gets multiplied over here later on. So watch. You're going to multiply it by 13 over 8. But you're not just multiplying it to C, you have to do it to both. So you have to put this in a parentheses. There you go. No, it's okay. Don't let me slow you down, Giselle. That's fine. Yeah. Keep going, honey. All right. So we can now cross these out. There you go. And then cross these out. You'll be left with x. Okay. So now from here, you can leave it as it is. You can make it c minus 16, parentheses 13 minus 8. Okay. Or you can also distribute that if you want to. And you will get, if you distribute that, it will become 13 over 8 times c minus 13 over 8 again times 16 is equal to x. Okay. Now I don't know what's 13 times 16. Can you check that for me? Is it 200 something? 208. If I copy from Giselle's work, it's 208. So that's going to be 208 over 8. Okay, but isn't 208 like divisible by something? By 8? So that's going to be 13c over 8 minus, can you verify if I'm right? This should be 26, I think. Yeah. Can you correct me if I'm right? 8 times 2 is 16, so 48. I think, yeah, it's 26. So you can leave it in this form. This is also accepted. Okay? But I know some of you would like to go further, so you might want to do it like this. Okay. Nice. All right. Okay, we got 2 minutes. So let's finish number, how many more do we have? Okay, let's finish one more and then we'll continue the rest. When do I meet you next? I don't meet you on Monday, but we're going to continue next time. Okay. But please study for your test on Tuesday, okay? Right. Let's choose. Number 9 is, okay, let's choose between 9 and 11. I'm pretty sure you're going to say, let's do 11, Ms. Arciaga. It looks harder. Okay, so let me just get you started on this and then I'll go to 11. So for 9, you have a $45 amount in your phone card. Who still uses phone card this year? Oh, well, I still do when I call in the Philippines because my mom doesn't know how to do Facebook Messenger. Okay, so 45 equals, you get charged 50 cents flat rate, and then for every minute, you get 5 cents per minute. There you go. So that's going to be your working equation. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. You have to figure out, how many minutes you can use the phone card. So you want to type that initial equation down so you can see it later, or write it down on a piece of paper, or take a picture of it so I can help you get started on the long problem in number 11. Okay. All right. So take note of that, screenshot, take a picture. In 11, okay, so you're paying $399 upfront for installation, okay, to install your carpet. I'm in number 11, jump to 11. 10 is kind of easy. You just have to substitute, so I decided to skip it. Okay, and then you will be charged $17 for each square yard. So this is your installation. And then per yard, you're getting charged $17. Okay? Let's choose a variable for the yard, the y. Okay, so $399 plus 17 y. Okay, in letter A, the total cost is $909. So everything that you paid for is $909. So pretty much you have to get the y by itself so you can figure out how many yards of carpet were installed in the house. Okay? All right. So that's going to be your working equation. Either take a picture of it, write it down in a piece of paper so you can practice on that. Okay? And don't forget to finish the slides that you didn't finish because your grade will be the same as how many slides you finish. Okay? All right, you guys. So we're going to say goodbye at this point. Please make sure you do your Delta Math assignment over the weekend and review for the tests. Okay, sure. We can show 9. Oh, okay, I deleted the equation for 9. It was 45 is equal to 50 cents plus 0.05 M. And then you subtract 50 cents from here. And then you do the same thing over here. Subtract. Okay. So that's going to be 44.50, right? Equals 0.05 M. So whatever you get, honey, just divide. 44.50 divided by 0.05. What was 11? Okay. What was 11? 11 is over here, honey, on the right-hand side. So the working equation is this one. And then you just subtract 399 from 909 and then divide by 17. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let you go so you can have a quick break before we have homeroom at 11:30. All right. Have a great weekend, you guys. Take time to rest and have fun. Okay? Bye. Bye, Shalia.
Bye.
Bye, George and Bonnie. Bye.